you? Let me get my chat opened up so I can actually see my chat. I mean, I see it on the window, but if I'm not always paying attention, I miss things, so there we go. And we can see what I can remember. It could be better.
You are unbelievable.
I'm trying to help you.
No, you know what? You can go fuck yourself, Tom.
Streaming? No. It could be better. Seth right now has got a sour stomach, and we don't know. I don't know if it's from his medicine or if it's just from something he ate. But we're kind of waiting to see.
That's the end of
right now he's tired, so I figured I'd let him sleep. And I'm going to stay up for a little while and see how he does, and we'll go from there. Hope is he'll wake up in the morning and whatever it is may be gone away. This is just a summary of what we've done so far with our story. Yeah, it just seems like whenever he starts to do something well, he starts to have a bad day. But we'll see. We're gonna wait. I'll wake him up in the morning for school, and we'll see how he's doing at that point. So right now I'm playing with my phone, and hopefully it doesn't die, otherwise that's going to be problematic. Because I don't really have a way to plug it in. I guess we'll just play until my phone either won't let me play anymore, or...
Hey, Simon, how you holding on? Hanging in there. A lot of extra work whenever there's a freak on the loose, I guess.
Okay, guys, settle down.
Simmer down now.
Hey, listen up. We lost a cop today.
Not nearby where I'm recording, so I could plug it in my laptop, but I ran out of USB ports, and in order to disconnect anything now, I'd have to kill my stream, and becomes more of an issue than...
Well, let's be blunt, he wasn't the kind to catch his flies with sugar, but he was one of us, and this atrocity cannot stand.
Yeah, worst comes worse.
And what about the bomb, sir? Was it intended to kill us?
We got lucky. The blast exploded outward from the bodies, so when Hillary moved cavalry, the bulk of the force hit the wall.
I'm grateful I still have my hands.
Yeah, me too. Montesinos, not so lucky.
So you really think this is the trapper?
Could be this Adam character. Could be the hooker. Until we have reason to believe otherwise, we are treating this as a trapper copycat. It's entirely possible that Jonathan Finn is somehow pulling the strings from behind bars. We have District Attorney Felicity Graves here to help with the investigation. She is familiar with the trapper's M.O. She's here to help. Please extend her every courtesy. One more thing. District Attorney Felicity Graves...
I have a battery, but I don't know if I have a charge on it.
Ah, come on. You believe this?
Hey, I think this might be a valuable lead, and I'm going to follow it through. Anyone has a problem with that, you know where my office is. Detective Marnie, I'm going to need you to look into Calvary's old trapper case files. Look at the links here, anything we could have missed.
Yeah, sure. Got it.
Okay, time to get moving. Just remember, Jack Calvary is watching from whatever shithole he ended up in. Let's do him proud.
It has its moments.
How you holding up? It's tough losing one of the ranks. No matter how it goes down. But thank you for asking. Let you know if we find anything.
Oh, it's action packed. My phone is so actioned right now.
Join us. So would I. If I can get out of the dungeon.
My phone can barely contain the action that's happening. Yeah. Let's be honest. My hair probably has more action going on in it right now than my phone.
At the crime scene. Do you really believe that I had something to do with this?
Becky,
I asked you a question.
will you let me through, please?
Answer me, motherfucker.
I'm your partner. We have to be honest with each other.
Honest? Fine. Here's honest. Everybody knows about this beef between you and Calvary. Some of these guys, they don't think you're all there. You've got to start watching out for yourself.
Tom, you're accusing me of murdering a fellow officer.
You had motive. I'm just doing my job.
You're my partner, Tom.
How can I forget?
We're supposed to be on the same side here.
I'm not on your side because I'm your partner. I'm on your side because I'm your friend. And you got more around here than you realize. Why do you think Riggs put you on case review?
He just wants me out of the way.
Maybe.
Oh.
Or maybe he thinks you'll actually find something.
That's different.
Adam Jones was definitely at Las Palmas, same time as Finn. Allegedly died in a fire that shut the place down. Now, according to Finn, Jones grew up to be the trapper, but how can that be possible? Doesn't make sense. If these killings are connected to the Las Palmas orphanage, Father Rominsky is...
Yes, he is.
It's just too bad that the rest of the clergy took a vow of silence the minute things started to get hairy for him. But Finn told Felicity that Rominsky had some kind of secret room at the orphanage. Couldn't find any reference to this in the police records. I guess it's time for me to head over to Las Palmas and take another look.
Let's go to the creepy clergy place and find what they say in quotes is the playroom. That just has all kinds of creepy connotations behind it. I'm not sure where purpley came then. Unless it's one of those kind of... It's so red it almost kind of looks purpley, like that kind of deep red that looks purple in certain lights. Almost kind of a violet red. Alright. Let's find the playroom. Ah. That's a good color. That's what I always tell my wife to get when she goes to do her hair color. But she can't go too crazy because the sheriff's department doesn't get happy with that kind of stuff. So she has to go a little muted. That's not creepy at all, is it?
Hello? Hello?
Found all the clues. And a loose panel. Oh my. I think we found the playroom. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pause this. And I'm going to go grab my battery pack. I think. There we go. One battery pack with 2 bars on it, so it's halfway charged. Oh, this doesn't look like it belongs in a church now, does it?
Oh, hello, ladies. Looks like Father Rominsky was a regular customer.
Whoa.
Looks like he had a thing for the call girls. Not creepy and oh.
Hey! Hey, who's there?
Girl, get your gun out. Time to do some shooting. Time to go chitty chitty bang bang. Oh shit. Action packed, see? I could have missed that jump. You tried to knock that down on me. I gotta pay attention. Bam!
Freeze! Don't move! Stop! Damn it!
Why didn't you run past the train?
No.
Oh, he gone. Come on, girl. You know he's gone.
Marnie, headed to a house at 22 Huffman Road. Meet you there?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
I found Rominsky's playroom.
Anything there?
No, not much, but he and Calvary had one thing in common. Hookers.
Interesting.
No way.
Snooping around
She
like
could have
that.
beat that train.
Better than nothing. I mean, the place is like squatter heaven.
They bolted the second I made them.
I'll see you at those.
I know. Train versus pedestrian. Train always wins.
Do me a favor and just make sure he doesn't try anything.
Oh, he can certainly try.
Two people by my work lost their lives
get any
trying to beat a train across the tracks. The day before we moved into our new building,
Well, I can't feel my fingers if that's what
I was there finishing up the last minute computer work before we were going to open up in our new office the next day.
How's that?
So kind of you.
So is this where Adam came after the orphanage?
This is where Adam grew up.
Anyways, the car tried to go across the tracks, got hit by the train, was knocked about 40 feet down the tracks.
All clear. Upper
The
squad.
only thing that made it less worse than
Alright,
it
give
could
us
have
five.
been is that the train was just coming out of a train stop that's about a block away from my work, so it didn't have a full head of steam. And a 10-year-old girl and a 51-year-old man were killed, and a 12-year-old girl was airlifted from the scene, but I never really did hear if she ended up making it or not.
I didn't say he'd be here to greet us.
Then there was an argument over dang it. I didn't get that last clue.
So you're saying that this is his, not some squatters?
Squatters wouldn't dare.
I used to talk to the people that have to do the Caltrain up north in like the San Francisco area.
What is all this?
Adam's pop was a pest control man.
You don't say.
He was a pretty good one, too.
Traps. Of course.
The one thing Adam got from his dad was a knack for killing vermin.
Detective Marty, Sarge says it's time to wrap it up.
We found something. Just need a couple more minutes.
How did Adam end up at the orphanage?
Well, Adam's pop had get so blasted he couldn't see a hole in the ladder. Beat his wife senseless if she gave him one crooked look. One night, she loaded up his double-up, took his head clean off, right in front of Adam. Judge put her away for life. No parole, no visits from her kid. Guess it don't matter that if she hadn't picked up that shotgun, Pops would have killed them both sooner or later anyway.
Yeah, the Caltrain seems to
That's
hit
our
at least
justice
one
system
person a
for you,
month.
right?
No good outcomes in a case like that. Surprised she couldn't see her kid, though. That's harsh.
That's Judge Vanstone.
You're kidding.
Think I'd kid about the man who sentenced me to die? A couple of weeks in, Mama Jones hung herself in her cell. So yeah, Adam was shipped off to Las Palmas. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh? You wouldn't believe what they did to us in there. Minsky and that piece of shit orderly. And you know, we tried to fight him the way you're supposed to fight him. We called the cops. 3rd Precinct. And nobody did a goddamn thing. Not even our own social worker. So once Adam got out of that hellhole, he figured out his own way to make them all pay. Those cops, he knew their beat. He timed every murder to the minute. He knew exactly who'd get the call and exactly what he was waiting for. Cops failed, parents failed, system failed. What would you do? You took out the people who hurt us.
It's not for me to decide. That's what a jury's for.
Yeah, so I hear.
Who gave him the right?
You know, I used to think maybe Adam's the only one who can see the world for what it truly is. See past all the
Adam knew all the routes for all the cops. He knew who would answer the calls.
Now I know only God.
That makes me think that Adam either has insight or is a cop.
After all this time, it's nice to tell my side of it.
Sure. Call anytime.
There is something else.
Yeah?
The hostage. When you picked me up. Daniela Cardenas. Well, Daniela and her sister Izzy were with us at Las Palmas. We went through the same shit. Izzy never got over it. OD'd a couple of years later. Adam knew that Daniela would do anything to see Rominsky pay.
Son of a bitch.
The hostage was in on it.
This is Officer 609. We're gonna need an APB on a new suspect. Daniela Cardenas. I repeat, we need an immediate APB. Cardenas was not a hostage in the Trapper case. She was a co-conspirator.
I'm gonna call Simon Hillary. If Daniela's sister passed through the morgue, he might be able to take up the case. You gonna be alright?
Go.
Hey.
You still think I'm making all this up?
Less and less. But without proof that Adam's still running around...
Huh.
I can get you proof.
No, you can't.
You're right. Not like this, I can't.
You're nuts.
He's never gonna show his face while I'm on a leash. But on my own, I can draw him out. Serve him right up on a silver platter.
Even if you're right, Judge Van Stone wouldn't go for it in a million years.
What if I were a wire? Then you could keep tabs on me.
No.
But it could work.
No. You're on death row. Did you forget that?
For crimes I didn't commit. Did you forget that?
Huh.
Look, there's...
What are we gonna do?
to mention.
Oh, please, enlighten me.
Adam told me that if I were to ever find myself free of incarceration, he'd reach out immediately.
Is that so?
I could make it look like I overpowered you. No one would have to know.
Oh, we gotta go down this road.
I cannot believe you're actually proposing this.
Yes, you can, because you know it's the only way to catch him. Look at me. Could take you out in a second. Police would buy it. We can make it look real.
Prisoner 75422 is requested to be returned to custody immediately.
This is Officer 732 receiving request. Please stand by for confirmation.
How would you even find him?
I got strings I can pull. I can find him. You just gotta let me.
Do it.
Becky? Hey! Time to wrap it up. Becky. Oh, shit. We need help up here! Now!
We had to let him go. I have to think that he's gonna take me to where we need to go.
Known as the Trapper has escaped from prison just days before he was to face the final curtain for his crimes. Jonathan Finn was responsible for the deaths of numerous first responders during a
Let's see if we're right.
5 years ago. Officials warn that Finn is dangerous and any sighting should be immediately reported to the authorities.
I got a hunch. I haven't
wanna
played
know what
this yet,
happened,
but I have a
wanna know now.
hunch. There's a guy in the cops.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been in there alone with him. He overpowered me. I blew it.
What's the goddamn mess?
I think
We're
it's the
gonna stay
criminal
focused, and we are gonna
forensic
get the son of a
guy.
bitch back in custody. Tom, what's the status?
Not that
These
guy.
marshals are initiating the manhunt as we speak.
Okay, get out there and help them. Anything they need. Becky, until we catch a break, I'm gonna need you working the case files.
Okay, I'll get back to it.
So, how's going on with your partner?
Something's just not right here. I can't put my finger on it, but
Keep an eye on her.
yeah, I will.
See? No one trusted me. So I had to go out on a limb to make this bust.
Back to the beginning. The Undertaker. The one target Finn had no clear motive to kill. No apparent connection to Las Palmas. Widow claimed to have no idea why Finn would want to kill her husband. Maybe 5 years have given her a fresh perspective. I'm gonna go see if she wants to be chatty.
Thought we were supposed to be working case files. Apparently not.
Yes?
Miss Johnson?
What do you want?
I'd like to speak to you about your husband.
What are you, a cop? I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Ooh, someone's taking pictures of us.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a detective. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your husband.
Yeah? Where was y'all when I called at 2 in the morning to get him to stop hitting me? Where was the cops then? Now you got a lot of questions for me. Maybe now I ain't got time for you. All right. You gonna tell me exactly what it is you want to know?
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that your husband treated you like that. Sounds like he had it coming one way or another.
Yeah, one way or another. That all you wanted?
I'd like to know if, your husband ever used the services of a call girl.
What are you kidding? He suck his pecker in everything from high-priced spreads to gutter cleaners. I gave up keeping score.
Ma'am, have you ever heard of anyone
Ah.
named Adam Jones?
A kid named Adam used to help my husband out sometimes before he lost his undertaking job, but that was a long time ago.
Could this be him? Maybe just grown up a bit?
Well, yeah, could be. Yeah.
Are you sure? Take a good look.
Yep. I say that's him.
Ah ha ha!
Sounds like he had the same MO as Adam Jones's dad.
Who is taking pictures of us? Somebody is seriously spying on us.
Detective Marnie?
On my way to see Simon Hillary.
At his house? After hours?
Yeah. I'm really starting to think there's a connection here with the prostitutes and the trapper killings. Hillary might have some forensic evidence we've overlooked.
Go easy on him, alright? He's pretty shook up from the fireworks this morning.
It's just a few questions. It's no big deal.
This guy. I think
Detective
he's the guy.
Hello,
I'm sorry to bother you at home.
please. Come in.
I don't know why. But he was acting all goofy earlier in the day.
I can't believe how close I was to I can't even say it yet.
You got lucky.
You're telling me. Just in a split second, and thank God.
Don't dwell on it. You're alive, that's the important thing.
Yes. Of course.
Do you remember Las Palmas?
The orphanage, the
case from a few years ago. Unspeakable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing some digging. The father there, Rominsky, seems to have a thing for the ladies.
Yeah, he does.
Which is starting to feel just like the Calvary case. And Walsh, the Undertaker. Hooker, same thing. Night of his death. That's just too many hookers to be a coincidence.
Huh?
Unless every single man in this town is a John.
Well,
I'm working on a new theory. It's just a sketch, but I think you can help me.
all right.
Was there anything you found that might point to the killer being a woman?
Well, there was trace evidence. Yes, it's possible, certainly.
Is that data still available?
Of course, the records were archived when Finn confessed.
Are you alright?
Sorry? It's this morning. I'm still a little shaken up.
Yeah, right. Back in 2012, when we took down Finn, he had a hostage, Daniela Cardenas.
I remember her. She, relevant?
Turns out she wasn't a hostage after all. Whole thing was a setup.
I can't believe it. That's preposterous.
Daniela's sister, Isabella, died a few years ago. Came through the city morgue. That one of yours?
One of...
Did you examine the body?
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
See?
I don't know. Something's fishy. It's like we've got all these tiny little puzzle pieces, but the picture on the box makes no
See how
sense.
he's getting all
I feel
sketchy?
like there's a lot more to this than just Jonathan Finn, you know?
I'm not sure I do, Detective.
And now, the Calvary murder, maybe Finn's still a part of it, but what if someone else is pulling the strings?
Suddenly feeling very unsafe again.
Daniela's another puzzle piece. A small one, but important. Finn's Adam Jones apparently survived the orphanage fire. Worked for the Undertaker, Trapper's first Vic. The widow even identified him from a picture.
Ha 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 ha! That seemed to startle him a bit.
I'm sorry. I am still feeling very foggy after the explosion. Sorry, just a moment. I'll get that all cleaned up.
Let's see if this is gonna go well or poorly. Uh-oh.
My apologies. I'm still a little scattered.
Don't worry about it. Here, let me help you. All right. I've taken up way too much of your time.
It's no bother. Really.
Oh, I know that you didn't get to finish your evaluation at the crime scene. Is there anything that you may have missed?
Well, I don't think so, but this was no typical attack. Whoever Calvary was with, he probably knew them.
Thank you for your time.
Huh.
Okay, that was odd. Simon basically freaked out. And that hoodie. Was he following me at the orphanage? My gut says that he's mixed up with this somehow. Time to do some digging.
Huh. Working late.
Isabella Cardenas. Found on the side of the road. Apparent overdose. Body showed signs of long-term abuse. Medical examiner was Simon Hillary. Huh. He didn't mention this. Maybe he didn't know this was Daniela Cardinia's sister? Date of death was just before the Trapper came
Huh.
began.
Everything's available on the web. Wow, he looks different. Bum bum ba boom bow. That's not him. He's an imposter. It can't be. Alright. What are we going to be looking for?
8:23 p.m. Revisiting the crime scene of Detective Jack Calvary's murder. Gonna have a closer look at the bedroom first. Not that big of a place, but I always have to wonder if the forensic team missed something.
Of course. Oh, dang it. Stupid phone.
Bloody mess. Marks spread outward on the headboard from the origin of the blast. Explosion was highly directional. If Simon did know about the bomb, it's possible he could have avoided serious injury. Hey.
A nanny cam. We found one of those at another crime scene.
Son of a bitch. Gotcha.
Let's just pair it up. Well, now. It's a girl. I wonder if that's Cardenas.
Okay, now this is just... Huh. Hey, now who's this?
Staged.
Oh my god. It's from the orphanage. Dollars to donuts, that's the same hoodie I saw drying over Simon's washing machine. Shit. Wow. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God Calvary was one perverted piece of shit. This is huge.
Yeah. This isn't gonna end well for us, though. You know what I mean? This can't end well for us. Uh-oh. What the fuck?
I can explain.
Yeah, well, you damn well better.
I will. Just... Would you
Start talking.
I needed to know.
Know what?
About you.
What were you trying to find out?
I know you and Calvary had issues.
It's putting it mildly.
That's exactly my point. The inquiry?
Jesus Christ. You two?
I have to look at this from every angle, Becky. You know that. If you wanted Calvary out, then you could have used Finn's confession to pin it on the trapper. That's opportunity and motive.
You're right. And so is this right
God.
now.
Oh God, please. Please, Becky. Felicity. Who am I? Who? For you to think that I could do this.
I don't know. I don't trust her.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know what's going on there.
That's the end of part 2. Hit the box when you're
Somebody's
ready to
getting
move on.
stitched up in a real bad way. I don't know if I like how that played out there at the end. That just didn't quite feel right, you know? Yeah, I know. Well, the 3rd chapter's the final stretch, so we'll figure it out. Yeah. But that looked like a girl sewing up the... Problem is, he hasn't found him yet, has he? I'm still not buying all of her. That was really weird that the district attorney was there.
And now, part 3 of
Maybe
Hidden
she
Agenda.
stole her identity too. So we know Simon Hillary isn't Simon Hillary. We know that there was a girl that was involved with the cop getting killed from part 1. We know the guy we chased from the orphanage.
You still think it's me?
Becky, I have to be honest, but it does kind of look like you, and that's not going to help your case.
My case? You're the one who broke into a crime scene.
I think we're both guilty of that.
The guy on that video? In the hoodie? Same guy I chased earlier.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Alright, so this hooker, she's working with the trapper. Why? She lures them and kills them, and he sets up the trap?
The thing that I'm stuck on... Where did the hooker go?
Yeah.
She goes into the bathroom, and the hoodie guy comes out. I did some digging on Simon Hillary.
What do you mean?
I kind of took a peek at his personnel file.
Took a what?
Then I found his high school yearbook online.
Becky, are you sure that's a good idea right now?
Well, maybe it wasn't the safest move, but... whatever. It was worth it.
What'd you find?
I found Simon Hillary.
So?
That's Simon Hillary.
Wait, are you saying our Simon is not...
That's right.
What if he stole this guy's identity?
But how?
The timeline fits. They'd be about the same age. And look, you can see a resemblance. Adam supposedly died in the fire, then pretty soon after, Simon Hillary starts his training. He's been following me since the briefing.
Simon? Or Adam?
Excuse me.
He knew I'd be looking into old cases, and that with enough digging, they'd lead me right to him.
Damn it. I'm not sure if there's enough here yet for a warrant.
I know. But I can get this guy. We can get this guy.
Yeah.
With your help.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just lay it all out first.
Thanks. When Calvary was investigating the Trapper 5 years ago, he had one big blind spot. Prostitutes. The first target, the Undertaker. Met with a hooker the night he was killed. Father Rominsky had a thing for hookers. And now Calvary is killed by a hooker. At least someone dressed like one. If it is Simon, maybe he's using a hooker to lure his targets into a premeditated murder site. Or maybe there's something we're missing. I don't even know what to think anymore. I feel like everyone's out to get me.
Don't worry, Detective. You're safe with me.
I'll cheers to that. Maybe Simon's working with Daniela Cardenas. She could have been the hooker with Calvary.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
it's possible. And they're trying to track her down, so maybe we'll be able to ask her.
Simon knew Jonathan Finn started talking, and then he killed Calvary because he knew everyone would immediately suspect me. Throw them all right off the scent. Christ. He's been right in front of our face this whole time. What? Felicity, what?
Well, a search warrant for Simon's house is out of the question. But there is another way. Like, he knows you, so you could call him up for a drink, and while he's out here and you've got your eyes on him...
Seriously? You want to break into his house? Well, Felicity, that's illegal.
But we'd know for sure.
Felicity, I don't think either of us should be getting in that kind of trouble. There has to be another way.
My advice? Sleep on it. Take all this to Sergeant in the morning.
That was a weird jump.
All right. See ya. Hello?
I found Adam Jones.
Finn? Where are you?
I'm outside his house. I told you I'd find him. I'm outside his house right now.
Wait, where? In town?
Yeah.
Have you talked to him?
I followed him home. He didn't see me. Some woman left his place a little while ago. Now he's just in there by himself.
What's the address?
1712 Alameda Road.
Of course it is.
What?
I'm on my way. Don't go anywhere.
Haha. 1712 Allen. Oh, we got drugged. Oh shit. The hooker. Shit. Boy, I thought I had all that. Damn it.
Hey, Lana.
Check your email now.
What email? Oh.
Whoever did this makes a compelling argument Marnie killed Calvary. Well, more than just Calvary. Play the audio.
Cannot believe the mouth on this Marnie chick. We gotta be careful. She'll blow this whole operation. What'd she say? Threatened me. Us. All of us. She's out of control.
Someone's been holding on to that for years. Did you recognize the voices?
No. Should I?
It's been confirmed. They're two of the officers killed by the Trapper.
Look, Marnie's been weird, and yeah, she had motive.
And?
She didn't have opportunity.
How do you know?
She was with me the night that Calvary died. I mean, if she didn't, it'd be one hell of a trick.
Yeah. So we've been drugged.
Good to see you again, Daniela. Resisting arrest? Uh-oh. Somebody's in a bit of trouble.
Suck my nuts.
And hello. Finn's come clean. We know you weren't a real hostage back in 2012. Daniela, you've made some mistakes. But you were a victim. And your sister, I'm sorry about what you both went through. The system failed you. That made you angry, right?
The system failed you. Well, that's not the same lady that drugged us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. And it makes you a co-conspirator. Doesn't look good for you, but if you help us, we can help you.
Sure. He's the one who set it up. He told me what he did to the fuckers who hurt me and Izzy, but I have no clue where he is now.
You haven't seen him at all since the arrest.
I saw him once. He didn't recognize me. He looked all different, but I recognized him. Can always tell from his creep-ass eyes. Even all cleaned up.
Cleaned up how?
I don't know, he's like a cop doctor or something.
Detective Nelson, I need to speak.
We're right in the middle of this.
No.
Don't leave her alone. Oh, crap. She's gonna end up dead.
There's been an abduction. Judge Vanstone. Witness says it was Becky Marty who took him.
Oh, we're getting set up. Camera up in the roof, maybe? Well, this can't be good.
Judge Vanstone? Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Hold on.
What did she do to me? What did she put inside me, goddammit?
She? What? Who's she?
Was a woman, a goddamn whore. What has she done?
How's your head, Detective Marty? They're coming for you. They know you did it. They know you killed everyone.
So what do we do?
There's no escape. You're the trapper, Becky.
Who are you? Why are you doing this?
Simon. I know it's you, Simon. Adam. I fucking know.
Impressive work. I'm almost sorry no one's gonna get to know how good of a detective.
Oh, they're gonna know.
If you will notice, there's a small heartbeat tracker on Judge Vanstone's wrist. It is synchronized to a cell phone that I have surgically implanted into his stomach. The phone is just a timer, but every beat of his heart knocks another second off. The faster his heart races, the quicker the clock. Now would you care to guess what happens when the numbers reach zero?
Alright.
For anyone in, say, a 100-foot radius, give or take, which will most likely include all the police force swarming in to arrest you right now. Sometimes killing is the only option. You can try to run, but I can't promise you I'm not gonna pop that balloon.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
And there's enough explosives in there to
can't be serious.
I can be whatever I want. You can be alive or you can be dead. That's your choice. And the clock's ticking.
So what did he say? Are you gonna get me out of this? What did he say? Could you get me out of this, please?
To shoot, move your pointer onto the target. Think before you
Oh, should I
Do
shoot
not
him and
have to
stop his
open
heart?
fire.
But then I'm gonna be found guilty. I'm not gonna shoot him.
No.
I'm not gonna shoot him.
I can't.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we need him to calm the fuck down.
Stay calm, okay?
With his phone, with his heart racing.
Stay very, very calm. Do you understand?
Why? What's happening? Oh, God. Why in God's name?
Please, 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 just stay calm, stay calm.
Why?
If the timer reaches 0, then we're both dead.
How much time?
Not that much. But the calmer you are, the more time that we'll have to figure this out, okay? So stay calm.
Oh, great.
So, if you take this phone out of me, it can't hurt me, right? You gotta get it out of me.
Gotta operate. Oh shit, this guy.
Ah, no, please. Ah, I can't take it. Ah, ah,
Come on. Yes.
So we got the phone out of him. Our prints are all over the place, though.
Tom Nelson.
Jesus, Becky, where are you?
Oh God, Tom.
We got a tip that you kidnapped Judge Van Star. Said you were hiding out at the Elliott Hotel. We are outside right now.
I'm at the hotel, but you gotta help me. Please.
Damn it. 2 minutes. And SWAT's coming in. Go. Now.
Oh, okay.
You fucking done it.
Tom. Thank you.
Okay. We gotta get over to what's-his-name's house. And tear some shit up. Question is, how do we escape?
hold up.
Holy. You're cutting it close there, Tom.
Well, we gotta go to the guy's house. Take him down. We know it's him. But who's the girl? Who's the girl that drugged us? Because I don't recognize her. She's not Danielle Cardenas. You know, she's not Danielle Cardenas.
Adam's inside. Come on, let's go get him. We gotta do this now.
No. No, I'm going alone.
You don't know what he's capable of.
I said get out of here.
Hey, Bingus Bubbles. Thanks for following.
Freeze.
This guy's got he's got a trigger finger to light it up.
Move.
Huh. You got me.
Oh no. He gonna light the place up.
Simon. You've gotten what you want, haven't you?
You don't know what I want.
You want revenge.
Hey, Bingo Bubbles.
On the people who hurt you.
Or Bingus Bubbles.
And Johnny?
Nice to see you in the channel. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. You're coming in right at the end, I think.
Just come in. Confess and it will all be over. You got what you wanted.
No, Detective Marnie. What we wanted was a future. We never had one. And thanks to you, we never will.
Don't. Is that it? Okay. I think so. The bar, somebody sparked our drink. Well, what? Like, please tell me I get at least a wrap-up of some kind.
Earlier today, Judge William Vanstone was kidnapped from his home on the east side of the city. He has since been rescued and is back with his family recovering. Detective Marnie escaped the scene and then proceeded to invade the home of Simon Hillary, a forensics medical examiner with the local police. Detective Becky Marnie has been investigating Hillary in connection to the murder of Detective Jack Calvary. Simon Hillary, a forensics medical examiner with the local police department, was being considered a suspect and has now been shot and killed by law enforcement at his residence in the South Bank neighborhood. According to files we've obtained from an anonymous leak within the police force, Detective Marnie was implicated in the notorious 2012 Trapper killings, previously attributed to Jonathan Finn. We've heard an unconfirmed report that Detective Becky Marnie may have aided in the escape of convicted serial killer Jonathan Finn. Jonathan Finn has been taken into custody and is reportedly cooperating with the investigation. Sources say he may have played a key role in identifying Hillary as a suspect. An investigation is ongoing. Sergeant Riggs made a brief statement to the press.
So are we going to jail? Did we clear our name? Yeah. That's a lot to soak in there.
This is a dark day for the police force. But I can assure you, we are taking every step, including a rigorous internal investigation to ensure that this kind of travesty of justice will never happen again.
I never suspected Simon Hillary. He fooled us all. Well, not all of us. Not my partner.
So what you're saying is that Marnie helped you?
I'm just telling you what happened.
Do you think it's possible she suffered from some form of multiple personality disorder?
You think she was crazy? Playing both sides at once? In this town, anything's possible.
I already told you everything I know. Why don't you leave me alone? I didn't want any of this to happen. None of it's gonna bring my sister back. Do you understand?
Marnie, she's a tough nut to crack, and yes, she's got a lot of baggage, but I should have trusted her. She was right.
And what about the charges against her?
The charges? I think they're bullshit.
Damn straight. Well, that went a little different than I thought. I thought I had done enough to clear my name, but apparently there are some people that have lurking suspicions that I might have been involved. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that went interesting locations, to be certain. I was expecting that to go differently. I don't know. I might. I was gonna maybe stream some Final Fantasy, but I don't know if I want to go through the trouble of disconnecting the PlayStation to hook up the Xbox One. And I gotta get up in the morning to see if Seth's gonna be ready to go to school. He's been sleeping for a while now, so I need to see how he's feeling in the morning. Otherwise, I gotta take him to the doctor. Or if I can't get him to the doctor, then I gotta take him to the ER, so one or the other. So we're just gonna play it by ear. I'm probably gonna sit here and probably put some TV on once the credits roll here, and because I want to make sure there's no funky trophy or some weird cutscene at the very end that's gonna trip us up. Tomorrow, though, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do all this, but I'm gonna try to do some unboxing stuff and streaming for the Xbox One X. I'm gonna do some timing videos to go over how long it takes to hook the thing up. I have one of those Connect kits, since they don't have a dedicated Connect port anymore on the new ones. So I'm going to include that in my hookup process. So basically it's going to be, I have everything backed up on my external drive. So essentially the only thing I have to do is pull out the power connector, because I have a new one. I'm assuming my Xbox will come far earlier than that. My Xbox should be here by if they go anything like the last time, it should be here by before 10 o'clock a.m. my time, which would be 1 o'clock your time. Or that'd be 12 o'clock your time. And the hookup I'm assuming won't take me more than an hour. It's essentially going to be pull the old unit out, disconnect the power cable, because theoretically, if I was replacing with an Xbox One S, I could reuse the same power cable. Because I'm using an original Xbox, which has an external power supply and has an external power brick, I can't reuse it. So I gotta take that whole thing out. I have to thread my Connect power cable accordingly. Drop the new Xbox One in place, thread the new power cable. Probably thread a new HDMI cable, although since I'm not doing 4K right this second, it's probably not necessary. But I'm going to put the cables there because you do get I can get super sampling till I have my 4K television. So, and basically super sampling is that everything is rendered at the 4K resolution, at the higher resolution, and then super sampled down to a lower resolution. So it can make things a little sharper, a little nicer, a little tighter. So I'm going to get a graphical improvement from it regardless here in the short term. Once my Volkswagen money comes in for our diesel settlement, I plan to get our 4K TV. I've been shopping around. It's either going to be a Samsung or a Vizio. Not the low end. I'm going with the higher end stuff. I'm not going with an OLED though because it's a little out of my price range. That gets $2,000 and over. So I'm a little hesitant spending that much money. I'm looking at the stuff in their $1,500 range, like the $1,200 to $1,500 range, which has HDR and 4K. So I'm thinking if I can go with that, I'll be in good shape. That's my goal. I don't know if that's going to help me, but that's my goal. But again, that's not going to happen until I have that money, because otherwise I don't want to dip into our savings to buy a TV. But the goal is once the console comes in, I'm going to thread some new cables. I need to follow the cables for the Xbox One and make sure I get the right inputs. It's been a while since I've been behind my TV, so I gotta kind of remember what cables go where. But we'll figure it out. And my hope is, and I'm going to try to clean up a little bit in front of my TV so it doesn't look as messy. But my goal is hopefully that this will go well enough. And I will stream it and then archive it to YouTube. So we'll see how that works out. So anyways, I'm going to skip this. Since it's allowing me to skip, I'm going to hope that's not going to make me miss anything. Except for that graphical glitch there at the end. That was interesting. Yeah, I'm going to unbox it on camera. I'm going to open it. I'll go over everything that's in there. We'll go over and we'll take a look at the console. We'll take a look at all the pack-ins that are in there. We'll go over some of the differences. I have the Project Scorpio version coming, which was the limited edition. I got in the day that they announced it, so I got my pre-order in for that. So we'll cover some of the differences that are in the Project Scorpio. They're not much. There's only a few things here and there. A couple things on the controller and then a couple things on the console that make it a little different. We'll point out some of the additional touches. Then we'll go over actually installing it. We'll pull the old unit out. I'll thread my HDMI cables through. We'll thread the power cables out. We'll throw the new power cables in. We'll get all that hooked up so we can have a timer going, see how long it takes from beginning to end. You'll get to see me struggling. And then from there, we'll hopefully be able to boot it up. And at that point, I'll kill the one recording. I'll hook up my capture stuff. Well, I'll try to hook up my capture stuff. I may not have it hooked up right away. I may have to still kind of do a camera shooting at the TV thing in the beginning. And the reason for that is I got to see how my capture kit's going to interact with it. Now, I have bought a bunch of extra 4K cables to run through my capture box. So I should be able to pass the same signal from beginning to end. That should not be the issue. But we're going to see. My biggest issue is when I do get my 4K television, what's going to happen with my output? Will it come through at 4K, or am I going to need a new capture box? If I need a new capture box, that means I'll probably be running 1080 videos for a little while until I can upgrade accordingly. Once I get upgraded, and gets a little closer to Christmas, normally day after Thanksgiving, they tend to have some sales on Elgato kits, and I might go with one of those new ones that can capture 4K. Although I probably still won't capture or I won't stream in 4K, obviously, and I may not capture in 4K, but I need to be able to allow pass through for 4K, and I don't know if I'm going to have that ability with the current Elgato that I have right now. So we'll find that out. In the short term, I don't think it hurts me any. Other than that, that's the plan, so we'll see where it goes. Also, it all depends. If I take the kid to the hospital, that might change my plans. The goal is I'm going to see how he's doing when I get him up for school, see if his stomach's still bothering him. If it is, I'm going to have him rest until I can get him to the doctors. But I also have to wait for that thing to show up, because I don't want to leave it on my patio, because I don't trust people. Leaving a $500 piece of equipment just sitting on the patio is not a good thing, especially when it's going to have Xbox all over it and stickers on it that say do not open before November 7th, or do not ship before November 7th, 2017. Kind of a dead giveaway. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night. We got to see the end here. It was mostly positive, I think. We had some minor suspicions of us and our character as a possible suspect, but overall it seems like everybody realized Simon Hillary is the bad guy. So, with that, we'll go ahead and call it a night. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the You Like the Worst Stuff podcast. I have an episode in my inbox that I need to download, and I will post it tomorrow at some point. Anyways, have a good evening. Bye.